When I was a kid, I was drawn to the outdoors a lot. Just the magic of being out with your granddad on the lake, and there's no time like crunch. You're just out there for as long as until you just say, "Hey, let's go." Granddad says, "Let's go." And as far as like artistically and creatively, I was drawn to making things. Specifically with my dad, he and I would always make model cars, model airplanes. I'd paint little army figures, and like so I was constantly drawn to any sort of just making something with my hands. If I wasn't fishing, I was making something. Whenever I'd hang out with my cousins during holidays, I would be the one that always come back and still just want to draw, whether it was comic book figures or these little just creatures I created, animals. I was always drawing animals. And then in high school, my love of music, I started painting and drawing a lot of musicians. And then when I started really fishing a lot, all those art projects turned to fishing subject matter when I was, I don't know, sophomore in high school probably. And they started merging with music, which is still today what I do. I love painting and drawing musicians that I'm inspired by and painting the outdoor world. The way I really got the seed planted for me painting, let's just call it fishing subject matter. There was a gallery in Dallas called Collector's Covey. And I'd always see kids wearing these t-shirts that said Collector's Covey, and it would always have like a duck hunting scene on the back of a painting or a fishing scene. And I was like, what is this? So it was in Highland Park Village. It was this amazing gallery. I went in there and I saw this art in there, which is exactly what I envisioned in my head for me to do one day. And it was in front of me. And it was artists that are still some of my favorite artists today, like Mark Cicino, Mike Stidham, Eldridge Hardy. And when I saw that, I said to myself, that's what I'm going to do. That's it. Like that was the moment that I realized, okay, I have to get better so I can one day do that, what I'm seeing. And so I would go in that gallery probably once a week. I got to the point where the ladies knew me and they kind of took me seriously to some degree. And then my senior year, I started making these little trout paintings with had little flies, and they let me put them up there for sale. And so that was a huge moment that they're letting me do this with all these world-class artists. And then I found out that I sold all four of them. I come to find out that one of my friend's moms bought them all, which, you know, was cool. But in my mind, I wanted some stranger to buy them. But it was definitely a very cool kind of opening the door to what could be possible. Thank you, Miss Patman, anyway. I appreciate it.